Hey fishing friends, welcome back to eFishin. We're in the office today and we're going to do a little tackle craft project. Have you seen this little deal right here floating around on the internet? The HOVER SHOT? It's one of them Japan finesse fishing deals out there, and it's made its way over here to the US. There's several people who got videos out there on how to fish it and whatnot, but so one thing about it is you use a small 90-degree jig hook and a nail weight. Now what people complain about is that they're losing this nail weight. So what happens with this little nail weight is once you put it in your piece of plastic and you catch a fish on it, a lot of times if they jump or whatnot, that nail weight will go woof right on out and you've lost your nail weight. I was thinking, well, why don't you just tie that nail weight onto the jig head and go that route. So what I've done with this thing is I've tied a nail weight on there, but I've also put this wire to make it weedless. So if you're fishing around weeds or you got some gunk in the water or whatnot, and you need your bait to be weedless, I want to show you how to do that. So things you're going to need a 90-degree jig hook. Now this is a 2-aught Gamakatsu 114 jig hook. These things, they're really sticky sharp. It's got a thin wire on it. Next thing you're going to need is a nail weight. Now, this is one that I bought. It's about a 30 seconds or 3/30 seconds, somewhere in there. I don't really remember, but it's a nail weight. It's fairly cylindrical. Now, if you've got the Do-It mold that makes these things, the nail weights, and we did a video on that. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out here in a few minutes. So you can take this piece right here, cut the head off of it, and have something like that, and you can use that. And that's how this thing right here is. It's got the Do-It nail weight on it, tied in it and everything. But the thing I found about these is that weight is kind of thick, so you need a kind of a thick piece of a plastic. If you're going to use it in something like, this Dream Shot worm from Strike King, you're going to need a little thinner nail weight. So both of these will work. You just got to decide if you got the Do-It mold, you can make them, or you can go buy them. And you can also get tungsten ones too, which might be really the route to do, and we might update this video a little later date if we can get our hands on some of them, because they're small and you can get them a little heavier, and if you want to fish it on down there a little deeper, that tungsten weight might be the way to go. So to get started on this, we're just going to take our thread and our bobbin here. Start by taking some thread and we're going to lay some thread down along the shank of this hook here, really just to give everything something to bite to. Now for the weed guard, number 9 stainless steel wire. It's a leader wire, really is what this is. And all I've done is I've cut a piece about 3 1/4 inches long. So we got our wire. We're just going to bend it in two, kind of like that, and hold it. And then we're just going to take a pair of pliers and squeeze that down together, just like that right there. We're going to take this, we're just going to lay it down here. We'll take our thread, we're just going to start laying that thread down to tie that piece of wire down. Right like that right there. And the next piece is our nail weight. Now the nail weight, it's got a pointy end, it's got a blunt end, and we're going to take the pointy end and we're going to extend it past the eye of the hook right here. And we're also going to make sure that the end of our weight doesn't come past the bend in our hook right here. Okay? And then we're just going to tie this thread and around our nail weight until we get it all secured. And that should be good. And then we're just going to come back up to the head of it. So we got 2 layers of thread on there. about like so. And then we're just going to take a piece of fishing string. We'll double it over like that right there. We'll lay this down and we're going to secure it with this knot. And we'll do about 10 or 20 wraps on this. And we'll cut it. And then we'll pass that tag in through the loop on our fishing line. There we go. And then we're just going to cut our tag in. So I don't normally do this, but I'm going to use some Sally Hansen's hard as nails on this thread just to harden it up a little bit. We're just going to take this and brush it on there. Right, like that, and we're going to let that dry and we'll be right back, show you how to rig this thing up. Well, here we go. Here's our finished product. Now all we got to do is fix the weed guards. So what we're going to do is just take these things and bend them down there. Get them fixed the way we like them. Like that right there. And then to rig it, we're just going to take our worm here. Kind of line this sucker up here. Figure about where the hook needs to go. We'll stick that thing in there. Kind of like that right there. Just keep threading this thing up until it starts coming around the bend. Push this thing on up. The shank of the worm. Just gonna pull this piece right here. And pull that over till that sticks in there. Just like that. We've got ourselves a hover shot worm. How about that? You might spend a little more time and make it all nice and straight and everything. That's pretty straight. There it is. So if you guys want to make one of these, get you some nail weights, some 90-degree hooks, and go to it. Now the other thing you can do is if you don't want the weed guard on it and you want to do it really fast, just get you some heat shrink tube and put down over the top of that and get a heat gun and go that route. And anyways, I'm Rodney with eFishin. If y'all find value, maybe hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, or maybe even hit that thanks button down there. Anything helps the channel out, and I'd appreciate it. We'll catch you guys out on the water next time. We're out.